In the journey of every founder, there comes a time when the thing you have built starts growing beyond your grip. The teams get bigger, the problems get sharper, and the pace gets brutal. And suddenly, all those habits that were making you unstoppable are now making you obsolete. You were the builder, but now you are the bottleneck because you used to know every wire, every deal, every fire, and now you are in all the decisions and you are drowning in all of them. Why is this happening? You started a business, you grew it from zero to 10 crore rupees per year annual revenue, or maybe 20 crores per year, or maybe 50 crores per year. And now you're stuck. You have been trying to, we have been hoping for, you have been praying for, you have been wishing for converting that 10 crores per year to 100 crores, or maybe that 20 crores to 200 crores per year, or maybe that 50 crore to 500 crores, but you are not able to. Why? Understand, this is not a scaling problem. This is an identity crisis. Founders don't scale their business. Founders outgrow their own operating system. And right now, your operating system is overloaded. You are making decisions your teams are supposed to own. You are running meetings that you are not supposed to be in. You are too busy to think and you are too tired to lead. You are doing everything except your actual job, which is to find the right people and give them the right position and then delegate your responsibilities to them so that you can think, so that you can lead. So, how do you make this leap from being the founder to becoming the chief executive officer? No, you don't need to attend retreats. What you need is a mentor and a method that replaces control with clarity, that replaces speed with processes, with systems, with standardization, that replaces chaos with compounding precision. Let me show you how that looks like. Step one is what I call delegate with purpose. Now, the trap here is you have built this business. So you know every screw, every nut, every bolt, every washer, every customer, every investor, every vendor of yours. But that knowledge has now become your prison. So to get out of this trap, I have a strategy or an atomic habit that you can practice. I call this LGL, let go log, LGL. So every day after you close your shop for the day or after you close your laptop for the day, take a piece of paper or a notebook and start writing that one thing that you did today and you know that can be handled by someone else in your team. Immediately delegate that task to its rightful owner or plan a delegation strategy for the next morning. Why this works is it works like an accountability mirror, because if you don't recognize something, it will never change. You will never improve there. You want to make it a bit better? If you're working with a mentor, create a shared document where you list all your tasks. their delegation status, and the new owner. Keep it shared with your mentor. And if you want to take it even further, then supplement this daily habit of let go logging with something I called the weekly delegation audit. Every Friday before you close for the week, sit for 15-20 minutes, review all the tasks you have delegated that week, and think for yourself, what are some of the tasks I'm holding for myself? Find out the right owner and create a delegation strategy for Monday morning where you can delegate these tasks to their rightful owners. There is a rule for this LGL, let go log. If a particular task appears more than 3 times on your LGL, then it becomes immediate to be delegated right now, right here to its rightful owner. No task can appear more than 3 times on your LGL. So that's step one, delegate with purpose. Step two is what I call develop leaders, not dependents. Now, there are 3 steps, or one step, one ritual actually, which I call the 111 ritual. Okay. First one stands for a strategic meeting every week, not more than 30 minutes. For example, call your CTO to your cabin Monday. Instead of discussing what has happened last week, going through the sprint plan, reviewing the release plan, or the customer complaints, or the issues, ask him a very simple strategic question. For example, if one of our top competitors raises $100 million in funding tomorrow, what can they build which will make our product obsolete in the market? Immediately the discussion changes. What this discussion every week does, it gives permission for your leaders to take initiatives. Start thinking in terms of leverage rather than waiting for your go ahead. The second one that is part of 111 ritual is a skip level meeting. So every week, take out 10-15 minutes, not more than that. Go and visit your corridors. Meet someone who is 2 or 3 levels junior to you and ask them some. For example, you know of a project manager who has recently joined a month back, right? You walk up to them and ask a very simple question. You just recently finished the 1 week induction program of our company. Tell me one thing, suggest me one thing that we can do better to improve our new employees or new joiners' experience. What this habit does when done every week, it eliminates hierarchy. It brings to surface those ideas which otherwise would be would be left buried under bureaucracy. It builds trust, right? The third one in 111 ritual is every week find time to acknowledge one act of leadership and communicate that to your entire tribe, to your entire employee base. For example, say you came across this news that one of your customer success leads found an interesting leak or mistake or bug in your customer churn data. And instead of waiting for escalating it and waiting for approval and green light and everything, she just went ahead, modified the customer success flow, and took care of this issue that could have been a huge one. So on Friday, send a mail to all the employees saying, this is what leadership or ownership looks like. This was the issue, and our customer success lead Geeta found this issue, but instead of escalating to her manager and then the director and then to me, Geeta took care of this on her own. This is called leadership initiative. What this habit, when done every Friday, does is it shows your employees what initiative looks like. So next week, every one of them is trying to become Gita. So this is one ritual, one strategic meeting, one skip level meeting, and one recognition of a leadership event. Right. So this is how you build leaders, not dependents. Now the third step, following delegate with purpose and develop leaders, not dependents, is drive your vision like clockwork. Now the trap here is your vision is in your mind, but if it is not communicated appropriately, it remains open for interpretation. And when the strategic vision, the strategic goal is open for interpretation, imagine what happens to the strategic execution plan. So every week to your direct report is to your CXO team, send a Monday memo. This is the third strategy. A Monday memo with 3 focus points, only 3. First one, this is one thing we are focusing on measuring this week or improving this week. For example, this week I want to focus on reducing our customer onboarding process for each customer by 15%. One metric that this week you're focusing on. The second focus point could be one thing that you do not want to happen in this week. For example, I do not want a new step to be added to our customer onboarding process this week. Then one priority. This week, I'm playing with a bold idea. I'm thinking of gamifying or creating a game or converting our customer onboarding process into a game. This is not a mandate yet. I'm just thinking about this. So when you communicate this one vision, one metric, one danger, and one priority or one bold habit, it keeps your team aligned with your strategic vision of the company. There is a rule also here. If you have more than 3 focus points on your Monday memo, then it's not a memo. It's a to-do list. So work on it again. Trim it to only 3 things that matter that week. And to ensure this happens every Monday, to your calendar, every Sunday evening, add a reminder so that every Sunday evening, you can invest 20-30 minutes in drafting this memo and scheduling it for your Monday. So this is how I believe you can leap from being a founder to a chief executive officer. 3 steps in your transformation journey. Step 1, delegate with purpose. Step 2, develop leaders, not dependents. Step 3, drive your vision like clockwork. So by now, I hope you have understood that this is not about scaling your company to 100 crores or 200 crores or 500 crores. This is about scaling you, because your business will only grow to the size of your self-control, your vision, and your acceptance or willingness to remove yourself from the path. The founder to the CEO, this is not a promotion. This is a transformation which you can make with the help of this one log, let go log, one ritual, 111 ritual, and one memo, the Monday memo. This is not theory. This is leadership in action. This is how you should begin your transition from being the founder to becoming the chief executive officer. If you have any queries, let me know. My mail ID is on your screen. That's all I had for you in today's video. I'll see you in the future videos whenever that happens. Till then, take care and be limitless.